Hi, I'm Ashley Dawson, and this is Iterative Design and Education Revealed. Iterative design is everywhere you look in the fields of creativity, engineering, and software design. It's an approach to gradually and continually improving a specific design concept or product in a way to save time and money while developing and improving a specific process, technique, or your work and that of your students. Historically speaking, iterative design has been around for many years. In the 1960s, NASA first used their iterative design process with Project Mercury. In the 1970s, IBM began implementing iterative designs with computer systems and rolled out prototypes before they had their finished product. In 1986, Barry Boehm is going to publish an article that completely transforms the world by sharing the iterative process and why these processes should be used throughout all industries, not just that of engineering and software design. It is then that the two worlds collide, and educational instructional experts met with Barry Boehm and his leaders and developed a system that would work for both educators and students alike. For curriculum design, iterative design process would look something like this. First, teachers are going to define the learning objectives for students, how they want the students to accomplish those learning goals, and assignments to scaffold. Then they're going to put their plan in place. How is it going to work? They're going to give students specific feedback on the assignments. They're going to give them tests and quizzes to assess their work and where they are, and then give them specific feedback based on their strengths and their weaknesses of those assignments. Then they're going to reevaluate the curriculum. They're going to develop some scaffolding that needs to be in place, and they're going to see where the strengths and weaknesses of their curriculum design is. Before they work on the design again, stick in those extra pieces to supplement their deficiencies, and then implement the system again. For student learning, it's amazing because you're going to get the very best work from your students. This iterative design process is really going to ensure that students understand what a growth mindset is and how to work towards their very best product. It's perfect for design assignments, projects, writing assignments. You can have students receive peer feedback, teacher feedback, and feedback from experts as well. Iterative design allows students to do so much more than just memorize the facts. Students are able to see interrelationships between different topics, different subjects, different items. They're able to solve problems, and they're exposed to real life problems that they may have never seen before. They're able to choose activities, and because of that, you're going to get a higher level work from your students. You're going to be able to accelerate learning. You're going to be able to remediate their learning. Students are able to receive very specific feedback based on their strengths and their weaknesses, which is going to spur that continual improvement. You're able to participate in collaboration with students. Students are able to collaborate with you, with their peers, and with industry experts to really help define their goals. Then, as a teacher, you're able to identify their learning gap and any misconceptions they have very early on so that you can target those gaps and really support the students where they each need to be supported. A practical development use would be a copycat recipe where you are creating a Chick-fil-A sandwich. You design your recipe, you implement that recipe by cooking it according to your plan. Then you get feedback on that recipe, make changes that you need, and then start over again with the implementation, the taste tests, and the changes to the recipe. Two lessons that I have used iterative design within my own classroom are the Sweet Genius Candy Competition, where students are charged with creating their very own candy creation. They develop a recipe and they make that recipe. They give it a taste themselves, their group mates try it out, they revise the recipe as needed, and then they actually have a tasting event throughout the school where students and teachers and administrators come in, give them feedback, and they repeat that process until they're ready to market their product and send it into the competition. We get some really great candy out of that. The second option would be something that I'm doing in my classroom every day, and that'd be a self-paced unit where I've developed the unit of study that I want the students to participate in, their learning objectives and goals. I've developed all the assignments, assessments, and remediation needed to help support students, and then given them all the material up front so they can work as they choose. If they work faster or slower, it's fine. Students are able to complete the assignments of their choice, and then they get feedback on those assignments as well as checkpoint quizzes. Students then get specific feedback and make changes to whatever the assignment is and resubmit it for a higher grade. If their quiz grades are less than 80, they have to remediate and requiz and keep working through that cycle until mastery is achieved. Then, as teachers, we collaborate on the back end to ensure best practices, compare student data before implementing another unit or moving on with the next unit. I hope this presentation has gotten you excited about iterative design in your classroom. If you're looking for resources to get started, here's where I started. I hope this is helpful to you.